Hello and welcome traders to this new weekly market breakdown. This will be for the week 31 and I am Osiris FX. Let's start off with Euro NZD on the weekly. Here there are two possible buys, being this key level break, which has had multiple nice hits and retest of it now, and this possible 50 EMA break and retest in the general area. The reason that I'm on the weekly chart is that there is a lot less noise here, so the charts are looking much cleaner and more possible opportunities are given. Here I'll be placing these small buys are just out of example to show you how I use multi-time frame confluences and just multi-time frame analysis to place my pendings. Here, as these are both weekly pendings, I have both an 80 pip SL and around 110 pip SL on them, so there is so it gives the trade more breathing room. The take profit for them obviously will also be much larger, being 160 pips and 120 pips. These are all still relatively good risk to reward ratios. And I'll be taking them as generally as a swing trade, as this is a higher time frame. Here, let's focus on this upper pending, which might have already been missed. I'll show you why in a second. This upper pending being the key level break retest. The same pending on the daily here, the upper pending, is also a 200 EMA break and retest and the 50 EMA break and retest. As you can see, it looks like they have already possibly retested it. This is more clear on the 4 hour. This is because when price opened, price gapped all the way down to already the pending area. I personally do not place any pendings until London open, so this pending might have unfortunately been missed. But as this is also a daily trade, I'll be keeping this position live all the way up until the daily candle closure. For me, that will be 11 p.m. So I'll keep you guys updated if I do enter live. If not, I will I'll be removing the trade and have it expire with the new daily candle open. Second trade on the weekly, here being the 50 EMA retest. Last week, as we can see, price broke the 50 EMA. And now I'm anticipating a retest of it. That lower pending also here lines up with a 28 EMA that has also been broken on the daily. I'm hoping actually that both these pendings do get triggered in today, as that will allow me to keep the upper pending. If not, I would definitely be keeping the lower pending live throughout the week, as it is based on a weekly candle. Then, as we can see here on 4 hour, there aren't many opportunities, as price here we can see cannot can't give me a solid third touch to take on a sell. Here a couple possible buys would be this buy from the weekly 50 EMA from the weekly key level could have potentially been missed. However, this lower pending that I'll be keeping throughout the week, here is a possible also 200 EMA on the 4 hour retest. So hopefully we can see price come down there. Here I have two purple boxes lined out. This low purple box, I'm guessing, is not going to make it there, as price is simply way too far away from it. This second upper purple box, we could be taking possible trades from. If, for example, 100 EMA does line up in that area, then I'll be taking a buy with this trend line, as this trend line has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th touch was a break and a close possible retest. But I'd be willing to take this as a 2 confluence trade, around about 2.5 actually, plus this 50 fib level. And that's all that I currently see for this pair on the 4 hour. Moving on to NZD USD on the weekly. Here I have one possible long on the weekly, Here, this is a key level that has had multiple nice hits on it and has now also been strongly broken. Here I'm anticipating a retest of it, hence the buy, and there will also be a possible sell here on the weekly. This won't happen this week. It could happen actually this week, but I'm hoping for next week, so that 200 EMA can move its way down, so this could become a 2 confluence trade. At the moment, this trade is on a third touch and a 0.670 round number, so I'll still be placing a short in that area round about here at 0.85, taking into account that 200 EMA on the weekly. Moving forward, NZD USD on the daily. Here we can see price is very far from all the EMAs. Hopefully that price starts to make its way further down. Here we can see this sell that I just placed also lines up with this daily third touch, possible third touch here. So if anything, I'll be amending it down to 0.67031 in case price does make it there, which still takes into account the 200 EMA on the weekly. So this could be a possible sell scenario. Here, this same buy on the weekly is actually a daily key level as well. Here we can see on the daily, this candle had a massive break of this key level, and I'm anticipating a retest of it, which would be one possible long, and another possible long here of a 1-2 possible third touch in this area, hopefully with the key level. If not, actually there could be a using the same trend line, there could be a buy in round about this area, but as this is a daily chart, this will only be happening around about the 2nd of August or the 10th of August, so that is still quite some time away. Then moving on to the 4-hour chart, here we can see this the same sell that was placed on the daily and the weekly. Here is just above the current highs. The only problem that I have with this on the 4 hours is that this could be making a new higher high, showing, meaning that price could keep trending upwards. But I feel like with a 50 pip SL with a 200 EMA on the weekly, those should be quite some strong dynamic resistances, which should be able to stop it from moving further up. Here, a possible sell that could be possible is this trendline that has had 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 actually touches. Possible break of it, and I would definitely be playing a retest, as there's also key level in that area. Possible break retest of this trend line with a key level, hopefully moving all the way down to around about 30 pips until this next key level, which for NZD USD 30 pips is usually a big enough move, as this pair doesn't move much. So usually on a 4-hour chart, I'd be using a 30 pip SL to now a 30 pip TP, so that would be a solid 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. These pennings, actually I would be playing much larger take profit around about these wicks, so about a 50 pip SL to 80 pip take profit, which is around about a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio, which is solid. Moving on here to the Euro odd on the weekly, you have many more pendings, some of which are quite far away. Starting up with the highest sell here, we have a 38 plus key level area. This unfortunately at the moment is still 370 pips away, but I'll definitely be keeping the pending and keeping you updated when it does get triggered. Further, we have here a sell based on a key level and further daily confluences, which I will show you in a minute. and these possible other possible longs. Diving down deeper into the daily, here as we can see, the lower buy that was just shown on the weekly is actually a daily also. Yeah, on the weekly it is a 100 EMA, whereas on the daily it is a daily key level break, which would potentially be retested. I'll be keeping this pending throughout the week, or actually until it gets triggered, so I'll keep you updated on that one. Here, this upper sell here that is backed up by a 50 EMA on the weekly, on the daily is backed up by a 200 and a 100 EMA, which is a very solid trade. Yeah, I'll definitely be playing a short from here, and I'll keep you updated when it does get triggered. And then here on the daily, that is the same weekly key level plus 38 EMA. And on the 4 hour here, as you can see, this upper buy I have is based on the 200 EMA break and retest soon, plus a 38 fib, which is a solid trade. And this lower buy from the previous time frames is also a key level on the 4 hour. So yeah, these have been all the positions that I'll be playing this week, and I'll keep you updated for when they do get triggered. And I hope you enjoyed this rather different multi-time frame analysis. Let me know if you guys like it, and Osiris out.